Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play Little Mountain Church. Little Mountain Church was a request for Frank, one of my supporters on Patreon. This is a song by Carl Jackson, and it appears among other places in the Will the Circle Be Unbroken double album with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Really nice version. I'm going to show you two versions, a very simple version, just basically the vocal melody, and then a more complex version with some double stops and drones and fiddle phrases in there. So, the verse, it's got a verse and a chorus. 1, 2, 3. The chorus. So that's roughly how it's sung, although when singers approach a song like this, they will usually do something a bit different in terms of the notes and the phrasing. And even on this simplest version, you can do something similar. So if you wanted to go or something like that, or that's going to sound just as good as playing it exactly as we did to start with. I'll just point out that the fourth bar, it goes from a D chord there, and to my ear it would sound perfectly happy going D, G, like that. So you may find yourself, you may find that your ear is kind of complaining about bar 3, and you choose what you want to do about that, if anything. Let's just play all of that verse and chorus again, simple version, but with the backing. Now we'll come on to the fiddle melody or a fiddle solo in a minute, but I just want to talk briefly about what you might do for backing for this. And if you've never done backing before, there's quite a few steps involved. The first step is to choose a pair of notes for each chord. The ones I would choose for this are, for my D chord, I would have a second finger over first finger, F sharp over an A. For the G, a third finger over second finger, G over B. Back to the D. And then for the A chord, that's an E over a G, first finger over open. And these are the 1, 4 and 5 chords, and by using this particular set of finger shapes, the 1, 4 and 5 are all right next to one another. So you're not kind of jumping up and down the strings and trying to decide what's next. And this is actually the basis of my 3-chord trick video, which is a really useful way of finding the best pairs of fingers to use. So let's do, using those shapes, we're going to do offbeats. 1, 2, 3. Now let's do long notes. Now we'll do chops with fills. With fills. And notice there towards the end, or at the end, I went for a different set of notes. Going for higher ones, and it will get boring if you do the same pair all the way through a tune, so best to have some different options there as well. And the fills are just something that you have to learn. They're very standard fills that you'll find all over my videos and all over all sorts of country songs with all sorts of fiddlers. So you just have to pick up some of those little fills and learn to put them in. Okay, now let's do the more fancy melody version. So this is something, if you're doing this as an instrumental rather than a song, then this would be a good way to do it. Or if you were doing a fiddle break or solo within the song with someone else singing, this would also work. So we're basing it around the melody, but we're going to do things to it. So the first thing is, we're going to double that A note with a 4th finger. You could do it in 3rd position with your 2nd finger, which I actually find a bit easier than that 4th finger. But that it kind of fattens that note up. And then here. So here we're kind of trying to emphasize the fact that it's staying on a D chord and then going to a G chord. So what I'm doing here is I'm going up to 3rd position, 1st finger on a D, 3rd finger on a B. So that's 1/3. So it's then obvious what the chord is, and then leaving your 1st finger there, take your 3rd finger off and put your 2nd finger under it. So that's D/A. So instead of going, we're putting this little blue note in, then a hammer on, and the E melody note has an A drone above it. Third position, 3/1. Back to 1st position. 3rd finger over 2nd finger. So this is 2 ways of getting down from a chord. So we're putting the blue note of the D scale, and again the blue notes, and the blue note is the flattened 3rd. and very often you will slide up the blue note to its natural note. So let's just do that line. And you could do an A drone on that if you wanted. Let's just go through all of that verse. Okay, chorus, 1/3, F sharp over D. Now this is a G over a D, and we're doing a kind of hammer off. Then up to third position. So we're going up to the third position just for that one note. Then second over third. There's a triplet. And that E, you can double with your fourth finger. A over F sharp. Third finger over second, D over F sharp. E over A. First over third. So that's 1/3, and then 1/1 staying in third position, and then still in third position. That's 1/3, 1/2. Just go from there again. Okay, let's try all of that and with the backing. Point out that this version that I've just shown you is my interpretation of the melody. It's not something that you must consider something that you've got to learn. It's just demonstrating various techniques and double stops that you can apply to this or any other similar kind of tune. So if there are bits of it that you find too hard or bits of it that you don't like, then just either simplify them or put in your own bits. That's the nature of this kind of music, that we have a skeleton tune which you've got to learn, and then you have all the stuff that you want to apply to it yourself. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 times round, and I will start off simple and I'll get it gradually more complex and start improvising towards the end. If you'd like a copy of the sheet music for the 2 versions that I've shown you, then do subscribe to the channel, send me an email, and my email address is on the description of the video, and I will send you a free PDF. And you can get all of my PDFs on my Patreon page, and it's the Patreon that keeps these videos coming. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.